What is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another Shoutcast Sunday. This was sent in here by Bamoose. According to the description, it is a very spicy game. Very spicy comeback. Looks like it's a 2v3. Alright, well, that's going to be interesting here. So we have a Nova here, I believe. Yes, that's a Nova. And yeah, it looks like this is just a normal Direct Strike game. No brawl modifiers or anything. Oh, no, I heard something click. Are there brawl modifiers? Oh, there are brawl modifiers. It's Aura. Okay. This must have been an older brawl then. Let's see. It sounds like Aura's being picked multiple times. But it might only be one single Aura. Let's see. I'm going to have a look here. Karax's got one. I'm going to see what Bamoose is going to be picking here. But so, this must have been the brawl that had like a single aura and then like no middle income. Is that the one? Is that the one? It might be. I don't know. We got a ping here. So, the game's gonna start off. I'm gonna see if we do have middle income because I think, what color is Nova? Oh no, there's no middle income. Okay, so I think it was last week's brawl then, where there was like no middle income, yet aura. And we had something else. We had something else, boys. I don't remember what the last modifier was, but it was not very notable. That being said, like when you do so much weekly brawl stuff, everything just blends into one, and you sort of just forget sometimes what happened last week. It's just what happens. So let me just pull up my own YouTube channel here real quick. Let me get some let me see. Let me take a little look-see here. What was last week's brawl modifiers, boys? But yeah, this should be a pretty interesting game because it's gonna be 40 minutes long. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, there's a nuclear strike. Ah, okay. That was the last one. A nuclear strike, boys. That is gonna be super spicy. Well, let's figure it out, boys. What is happening? Okay. Got a Gary coming in here. +1 damage. Alright. Gary coming in +1 damage. Pew pew. Blast blast. That's about it. Nothing else happening over here. I guess the game is going to start off a little bit slow thanks to the fact that there is no middle income. There's no real rush or hurry to push forward, you know? So yeah, I'm just going to be chilling here. Ooh, Kerrigan's going to drop that lightning. I low-key just want to skip forward here, but you know what? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Everyone's just gassing up here. Oh, there's a Tychus here. Not building till I know what I'm up against. Tychus is boring guys, make some stuff. Tychus is going in for a Vega because he knows he's against a Nova. I think Vega's pretty good against Karax as well. I think Karax, it's a tough matchup for Karax to fight against Tychus. But Moose is just gonna go right to tier 3. Okay, so this is gonna be a really slow start for this week or this game. But hopefully it'll pick up. I don't know. This 40-minute game should pick up into a slideshow, I'm guessing. I also had someone send me a game that goes to tier 9, like tier 9 tech weapon upgrades. I will cast that at some point. I will cast that at some point. We'll have to see though. That sounds like a very long game. We'll be sitting here. I'll be probably just sitting here eating some popcorn and casting at the same time. There we go. Bam, bam. Kerrigan just trying to get through the Goliaths, but the Goliaths are a little too thick for that. We got 2 Vegas coming in. Well, those Goliaths are ripped. There we go. Boom. I'm going to steal one of them. And this Goliath's going to blow up, and that's it. There it is, boys. So let's see. Now that we know that there's a Tychus coming in here, Rick rolled with double Vega. A little aggressive with the double Vega, I would say. I don't know. Double Vega's a little aggressive. I'm gonna get a mind control coming out here. You Tychus, boys. That is 100% relatable, boys. Okay. I think Gary's gonna be a problem for Nova, though. I think. as soon as there's other sort of either ground units or flying units, like the easiest way to counter Goliaths is just to build a little bit of both, air and ground. And then Goliaths are like, huh? I don't know what to target. I need to shoot both of these things. But I can only use my weapons one at a time. Kerrigan's gonna run in here. Sentinels here should be able to take care of Kerrigan. There we go. And just gonna slice our way through here. Plus 100 minerals. We got some more Vegas coming out here. Tychus put his little turret back here to hide it, I suppose. Both of these Goliaths are getting stolen. I wonder if we're gonna be seeing a lot of Liberators. Boom, and that's it. Boom. I mean, that Goliath DPS do be pretty high once they get mind controlled. There we go. Boom. And then units gonna be rushing out over here. Okay. Okay. That's that. Unfortunately, these guys are gonna be caught flat-footed here. They're just gonna have to walk right past Super Gary. I mean, they do be walking kind of fast though, so it's okay, I guess. Mutalisk coming in here. Oh man, there has, like, okay, Nova has to build Liberators if they want to win this, okay? If there are no Liberators coming out here, like, this is 100% a loss. Because Goliaths do not stand a chance against Mutalisk. As far as I'm aware. Yep, there we go. Bamoose is saying we're going to need some lives against that. Also because Mutalisk just hard counter Karax too. Like, Karax cannot do anything against Mutalisk either. So, like, it's actually pretty good for Kerrigan. It's basically it's all on Nova to like figure it out. Honestly, it's all on Nova right now. Annihilator's getting stolen. Oh man, I wonder how Bamoose managed to hold this out, because he's still got like a large amount of game left. I think Nova's gonna have to really step it up here. The Mutas will always destroy me though. Yup, there it is. So I guess, like, Bamoose is just going to have to do his best here. Okay, that Ultralisk is going to be really good against these Goliaths because of their stun. But he's got a lot of Goliaths here, so I think Bamoose is going for something on the ground here. Ooh, this wave is just going to get massacred. At least Kerrigan can get taken care of. I think Bamoose is just going to go pure ground and just say, screw it, boys. We're just going to try and run past as hard as we can. The little AoE blast. Maybe Bamoose gets enough AoE blast that they actually like start doing a lot of damage, like that orbital blast. Maybe it works out. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, because like the Mutas are, I mean the Goliaths are pretty thick, so they'll be able to take the hits, but still, like you can see. Yeah, so maybe that's how they win, eh? With enough orbital strikes, I think Karax can actually handle the Mutalisk. With enough orbital strikes. But like, we're talking like super late into the game. Because orbital strikes only do 50 damage, and it's kind of random. So they have to do 50 damage on the same clump of Mutas 3 times. Because Mutas have 120 health. So, yeah. I mean, it does 100 damage against armored, but Mutalisk are not armored. So yeah, there's that. Well, at least we're taking care of all the things Gary spawns. I don't think Bamoose is going to even bother building anything that flies. Because like, Mirages just don't do anything. I got that thing. There we go. I put that thing on you. Oh no, but don't put it like that. Don't have it like that. You need that thing in its anti-air form, boys. You need it in its anti-air form. If only it could. Oh, that's gonna be clean. That'll clean it up real nice. I suppose Karax's beam does counter the Mutalisk, but it's like every 4 waves, so not really too effective here. Tychus is gonna be pushing in with basically a pretty strong Tychus build. Against both Karax and Nova. He just needs to make his Blazes tier 3, and he needs to get a few more cabs, and it's gonna be game over basically. Because the Liberators will still hand Tychus' ass to him. So you know, there's that. Bunker is barely alive. There should be a nuke coming in. Okay, Liberators going into gun mode should be really good against the Ultralisk, because the Ultralisk are mostly known for their large amounts of HP. If I was Stetman, I would just buy Banelings. I'm pretty sure the Banelings would annihilate both Nova and Karax. We got some Hydralisks coming in here. Ooh, that was brutal. Boom! Boom! Orbital strike! They're gonna lose this thing here. That bounce is just gonna murder the cannon here. Oh man, you're gonna have to micro the lib. There we go. There we go. If the Liberators is in its like missile form, it'll kill off the Mutalisk like nothing. Stop it from deploying, and then there we go. Now, the only problem is, I think we just need lots and lots of libs. The glides are okay, because you need them for the Gary. Boom, boom, boom. I like Bamoose's like decision to just go pure ground here, because at least ground counters like 2 of the enemy commanders, 2 out of 3. Right? It deals with Stetman kind of well. Well, actually, no, it like smashes through his Eltros really well. As well as it can, I should say. There you go, 2 Space Rows of Phoenix and then Carriers. They still win. I won't win any other wave. Yep. Because if he goes Mirages, like he's gonna lose the Stetman wave. Just because he can't kill anything Stetman has. And if you're going Mirages against Tychus, you've already lost. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, the Annihilators still like do a lot of damage here. Colossus getting dinged. You can see like just how powerful Kerrigan's Mutalisk are though. Like that Muta DPS is insane. Nova here's telling him that he needs something though. He needs something. Something is always better than nothing. But we'll see here. When the Zealots die, they do AoE. But they have to die twice though. That's the thing. Tychus getting sniped off here. The Liberators are going to hold the line really well against Tychus. Like until Tychus gets tier 3, the Liberators are just going to keep mauling him. So they still have hope there. Oh man. Woo! There's a huge fight going on here. Bam, 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 bam. Little baby lag there. My baby lag, I mean I tabbed out to check if I'm recording, because sometimes I forget to hit the record button and then I'm like, oh my god, I've been talking for 40 minutes and I haven't been recording. But good news is we are recording. So Orbital Strike Beacon's coming down here. Huge blast. Boom. Mutalisk is still going to murder everything though. Unfortunate. But they've been softened up here. So Liberator AoE should clean them up real nice. I just realized Liberators are basically the improved version of the Valkyries from Brood War. Because remember, Valkyries used to have this AoE auto attack as well. But all they would do would be to attack, you know, air units. The Liberators can now also attack ground units if they siege up. And they do quite a lot of damage. I think the basic Liberators only do like 60 damage though. The Special Forces one are like, they're built different. There we go. Annihilator's gonna come in here. Boom! That's gonna be a huge orbital strike here. Annihilator should make short work of these Ultralisks, so Stetman should really start adding some Zerglings to the mix. Just to like just to screw up with the Annihilators. Because if the Ultralisks are being focus fired like just by default, it's not gonna be that great. But if they got other stuff they can focus fire on, then like they're gonna get no Liberators here. This is the part where you have to turn your Liberators off. Like you have to, rather than get them off of, like, you can turn them out of their siege mode, you have to literally go into the menu and make it so they don't siege up. They just cannot siege up, and then you turn them off of the siege mode, and then that should do it. Because these Mutalisks surviving here is going to be kind of detrimental here. Because, oh, Colossus getting stolen. There we go. Boom. Nova's just chilling here. Oh, she's been found out. She's been found out. So enemy Tychus here has bought more Vegas. Not a bad call, actually, because the Vegas are going to steal all the Liberators. But there's still 1 or 2 Liberators that have not been stolen. And did they survive getting stolen? I think Vega does 600 damage, though. Liberators don't have that much health. We have some Carriers coming in here. Carriers might be okay. I honestly would approve of Carriers. Just because Carriers are in the back and they're kind of safe. And they also deal damage against Tychus units. That beam is going to murder all of those Mutalisks, and that is exactly what you need. The only problem is Karax can only pull that off every 4 minutes. I mean, it used to be every, like, 6 minutes, and that was super tough, because that would just make things even worse. It was a lot stronger, but, you know, for most of the times when you would want to use it, you didn't need it to be that strong. Alright, there we go. This Tychus wave is mostly unscathed. Liberators just getting grounded, CC'd, mind controlled. There needs to be more Liberators here. There needs to be more Liberators. When there's 4 Vegas, you gotta have at least 4, at least like double the amount. Bamoose here saying we don't know how we're gonna win on this one. We're gonna have to see. You just gotta take it to the late game, boys. But yeah, like they've split up the waves pretty nicely here, so good on the enemy team here. I think the Liberators work really well against what Stetman's putting out, though, so it's not too bad. Liberators protect the Goliaths, Goliaths protect the Liberators. It's like this weird symbiosis here. Uh-oh, you gotta make sure your Liberators... Oh, no! The Liberators just got shredded. The Liberators, if you make it so they don't auto-siege, and you siege them up automatically, or like, then you'd win. I mean, the 2 carriers here was able to mop it up pretty nicely, though. So there's that. Carriers just space that a little bit better, so the Mutalisk bounce isn't as effective on them. That, or you can always just buy some Motherships if you're Alarak. Motherships are just so tanky, Mutalisk can't get through them. If carriers had like twice as much HP, maybe like they wouldn't be as bad against Mutalisk. But because of their tiny HP pools, they currently are pretty bad. Goliaths getting mauled by these Ultralisks here. Can the Liberators kill the Ultras fast enough? Not quite. And the Mecha Corruptors are going right for the Liberators. That's going to be troublesome here. Mecha Corruptors going to go get taken out here. I think the carriers are just going to get mauled here. They're pretty split up, but... Ooh! The Zealots are softening up the Mutalisk like, by a lot, though. And these ground units are just going to keep pushing forward. They're going to get the cannon off of that. And they're going to like soften up Tychus' wave. Tychus still does not have tier 3 on his Blaze. I think he's going for the strategy where he builds more guys. So he has a lot of Kevs. Like with Tychus, you just want to have the same number of Kevs and the same number of Vegas here. Does he have them on like a control group? No, he doesn't have them on a control group. Okay. Then why are they highlighted then? Maybe you can see this orange highlight around them. That's so strange. Maybe he's controlling them right now and he's like trying to micro them and stuff. That wave actually just got collapsed upon. I mean, it looks like it's coming together, boys. Colossus here getting stunned. Getting blasted. Oh man. Karax being entirely mechanical as well is going to be super tough. Okay. Oh, we got a Raven here, but Raven's already used its blast, so that's kind of bad. Oh no, Mutalisk! See, this is the part where you can't let them siege up, because that would have been a juicy volley. If every single Liberator there fired one shot, they're all dead. They're all dead in the water, boys. Boom! Got a big blast over here. A little carrier trying to hold it down. Nexus should be able to hold it down here, but let's... There's like 2 battles going on here. The Nexus is like fighting for its life here against those Mutalisk. And this wave here just got mauled. Like one of the blazes went down, but for the most part, Tychus' wave is intact. We got some Marauder Commandos here. Oh, there's a second blaze. I just didn't see him, I guess. I don't know. I think Tychus needs tier 3. If Tychus has tier 3, he's basically set to beat Nova. And until he gets tier 3, they're gonna keep on being in this sort of like back and forth, not really able to push in sort of deal. But yeah, I think another Karax beam is gonna be up though, so this might be a pretty strong push coming forward here. Oh, come on! The Mutalisks are all staying in one spot. Oh man, that's beautiful. If the beam moved, it would attract those Mutalisks nicely. But there's still a little bit too many here, and Gary is just a little bit too thick for carriers to handle, honestly. Like, there we go. That's the beauty of it. There we go. There we go. One single Mutalisk here, trying to do his best here. Ah, he's not microing his Vegas. The Vegas are mind controlling the wrong things. You really want Vega to mind control the Liberators, because once the Liberators get mind controlled, like, that's most of Tychus' DPS gone. And it's just Kev. Kev is helpless against Liberators. You need Vegas to bring him to the ground. So that's going to be good here. And then these Liberators are going to start stacking. Alright, that's the recipe for victory, boys. There it is. Those Ultras are just going to get shredded. Liberators going down, but that's okay. Maybe. Man, Bamoose's wave here is just not going to be strong enough. Maybe, actually. It cleaned up okay. It cleaned up decently. Oh, you can see here the Liberators, they're gonna start mincemeating. Oh yeah, beautiful. That's what you want from the Liberators. Just turning all those things to mincemeat here, and turn those Hydralisks to mincemeat, and then, I mean, Super Gary's still gonna be a problem. You know, he's kind of strong. There we go. Annihilators sending forward their blasts here. Being somewhat effective, although Vegas stole like half of them. So there's that. Bam, bam, bam. And they're all done. They're all done and they're all down. Okay, there's still some units here. I mean, the carriers having the orbital strike is going to be pretty interesting because it's going to be more reliable for them to drop the orbital strike. I mean, they're more likely to drop it on an air unit, I'm assuming? Or did they just hit something close by? I don't know. And the orbital strike stunning things is great because then you can probably chain orbital strike. There we go, boys. Mutalisk wave here coming in, but... Ooh... Liberators are shredding them. We got the shield coming out here. A little bit late for the shield, I would say. You probably want to drop the shield a little earlier. Now Tychus' wave is coming in here. Tychus, please tell me you're microing your mind controls here. There we go. He's got a Liberator stolen. Although it gets kind of hard to micro what you steal as the game goes on and on, right? Like as Tychus. I wish there was an option where it's like you could like have a check mark of like what you want Tychus to steal. But yeah, Tychus' wave is pretty strong here. And initial contact though, quite a lot of damage. Marauders here gonna help out a little bit. There we go. We see some Zerglings coming in here. I would honestly just run for Banelings. Like Banelings just become Zerglings later from Gary. You know, every 4 Banelings is a Zergling. You just get them back. There's one Mirage there. Bravely going forth. We got a sentry here stealing some stuff. Ooh, orbital strike coming up forward here. Carriers simply do not do enough damage to the Mutalisk. Orbital strike beacon be coming down. Annihilators are just running forward. They're like, yo, get me to the base. I want out of this game. Okay. Goliath's taking a lot of the hits instead of the Liberators. That's actually very valuable because the Liberators are what you need to survive for the next wave, which is going to be Tychus. Tychus is now tier 3 though. But Blaze doesn't take aggro, that's the thing. Against Liberators, Blaze doesn't take aggro. Vega takes aggro. Because Blaze can't actually hit the Liberators. So even with tier 3 Blaze, it's not a guaranteed win for Tychus. But you can make it pretty close. You can make it pretty close. Like if you know what you're doing, it's almost a guaranteed win. Because Liberators cost almost as much as a Vega. So like maybe you can buy like 3 Liberators per every 2 Vegas. So realistically, it's not that big of a threat, because your 2 Vegas immediately kill off 2 Liberators, and then there's 1 more Liberator left, which is like, whatever, it's chump change. But if Nova can push the game to be later, like much later, then the possibility of victory is suddenly much higher. Because eventually those extra Liberators that, get left over, well, they'll start counting for something. This wave here, big overrun. So Tychus just has to try and focus on winning as soon as possible. But if he can't do that, then like he's a little boned. Beam coming down here on Tychus. Does Tychus have Sure Shot Network Helm actually? Oh, I don't know. He just died, so I could go on the staging area and click on him, but that's not interesting. We'll click on him next time. Oh man. Okay, Marauders, maybe they can make a hole in these Goliaths here. Okay, a little bit. I mean, we got Marauders, we got Goliaths. The Marauders should be good against the Ultralisk because they're bio. You know what doesn't make sense though? Technically the Marauder suit is also mechanical. So technically every Terran unit is also mechanical, you know? Technically every Terran unit is mechanical. Like only the Protoss are probably purely bio because Zealots are actually just out there. They're not really wearing any like real armor, are they? Doesn't seem to cover much of their vitals. Maybe if they wore like better armor suits, it would be better. They would have less Immortals and less Dragoons. There we go here, boom, and that's it. They're done. We got a Nakara coming out here. Nakara is gonna be a pain. I think Goliaths deal decent damage towards Blaze. It's just that Goliaths are they're armored, so they're gonna get torn through here. Vega's getting shot down a little bit. There's just one, see there's 1 Liberator left. Like Tychus can still overpower this, I think. Especially because Nova has to build multiple. Where is the nuke though? That's the thing. Like, I swear to God this is the nuke brawl, right? Unless like I'm tripping. I think this is the nuke brawl. Like there's no middle income, which is why it's like plain. Otherwise it'd be Nova's color, which is black or purple. We didn't see either of those colors, so there we go. Liberators here trying to get through Gary. Oh, that's a big dent in those mutas, but they're gonna start healing up real fast if they have the healing adaptation. I almost never buy it, but I think here would be a good time to buy it because they heal super fast if you have that. And they're out of combat, aka not. Oh, orbital strike beacon there. That's looking like it's gonna hurt, boys. If they kill off these carriers, are gonna take these mutas with them, I think. There we go. Well, that carrier took most of the mutas, and there's still one more carrier left. But this carrier is gonna get like destroyed. Orbital strike beacon coming out here. Liberator's not sieging up. Huge mistake. I mean, if you have to micro, you gotta make sure you pay attention every single wave, boys. Because that means now by default Tychus is just gonna run you over. Like without the Liberators DPS output, Tychus's wave is just gonna be laughing. And now Tychus stacked up with Stetman is going to be a bad time for Bamoose here. Orbital strike beacon's coming down here. He's taking a lot of hits, but they're getting blown up, blown to shreds, boys. Woo! Bam. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, Liberators are holding it down. Oh my god, the Mutalisk got reskinned, and there's a huge flock of Ultralisks in the underneath them. This Mutaswarm with this new skin just looks like a bunch of knives. It's just a bunch of knives, and you know what? That really is what Mutalisk are, a bunch of knives. But the Orbital Strike is getting them really low, but the Nexus is also getting really low. That's a GG being thrown out, but oh, the Nexus cleaned it up. But they can't have another slip up like that. Another slip up like that is 100% game over, boys. Boom, boom. Blaze is taking all the aggro here, but he's gonna go down. He needs more Liberators, I think. Like the number of Liberators he has right now is just not enough. And Libs are not too bad against most of these things. Although they might focus fire Zerglings. Zerglings are literally just, I don't know, impossible for Liberators to kill in a fast timeline. Let's see. Don't they have the nuke though? I swear this is the nuke brawl. This is the Slugfest Brawl. I don't know. Anyways, Mutalisks here just gonna turn all these units into mincemeat. Oh, beam coming down, but the Mutalisks are just gonna fly right through that beam because they're super fast, man. They're like, we're out of there. We're going straight for the carriers in the back. That beam did injure those Ultralisks pretty hard, though, so there is that. So that's gonna make it a little easier to clean up. One carrier is all that survives from this wave. We got 3 Nakaras coming in. Nakara's just gonna heal up. I would actually probably get another Blaze. But yeah, you can see here, Tychus's wave is just dominating. You have to keep your Liberator count high as Nova against Tychus. Otherwise, you're just going to get slapped. It's never over till it is, boys. Unless the enemy Nexus explodes, it's over, boys. You don't give up until it's over. And you don't settle on a victory until it's achieved. That's what I learned from League of Legends, man. The enemy's down, hit him again. He's down, but he's trying to get up, hit him again. You just got to keep hitting them until they die, boys. That's it, boys. You can't let anyone survive. If they survive, they'll come back at you stronger. You know? Also, another key lesson you learn from Goblin Slayer, boys. You got to off them when you can. There we go. Mutalisk. Oh, they're getting mauled by those Liberators here. If only there were more Hydralisk, I think. That would be better. You need, like, Banshees and Libs, I think, to deal with Kerrigan's wave effectively. Ooh, we just heard like 3 upgrades getting bought here. Mirage is flying forward, I suppose. They're not really gonna do anything, really. Mirages should be able to shoot whatever's in front of them whenever they get grounded, you know? I mean, because they're on the ground, right? Like, I mean, Tychus's wave is gonna come back and like clean up these Mirages here. It's gonna mop them up. There we go. Nakara has the shields. We got some Ravens coming in here. Ravens getting grounded. I would not buy Ravens compared to Liberators. Like, there's like 3 or 4 of them, but Ravens do not do enough. Like their little Hunter Seeker missile, like sometimes focuses on the worst target possible, and like it's actually just, it's not worth it, boys. Don't buy Ravens expecting damage. If you buy Ravens for like a utility, that's fine, but don't buy it to like hope that it'll clean up the mess for you. Like these Mutalisks here are just gonna maul this wave, and I think Oh, that's the nuke, boys. I was like, where is the nuke? How are they going to survive this? There it is, boys. Ultras are going to survive that nuke, though, so you just got to hit him with the second one. Bam, bam, bam. Well, I mean, the enemy team still has 3 nukes, so I'm curious, like, how bad the situation gets here. More Liberators coming in here. That is a good call. Tychus getting off immediately here. They got to take out the Vegas, too, but you can see here, Tychus can just dominate. Tychus can just dominate Nova if he knows what he's doing. Like, this is the build you want to use to dominate Nova. Nothing else, boys. Nothing else. You just got to have one of each thing. Get some rotations on. I think he got Vegas in earnest, though, so probably start with the Vegas. I think what I did was, like, I get, like, Vega Rattlesnake. Or, like, Vega Kev, Vega Kev, you know? Back and forth. Carriers here slowly chipping down Super Gary, so that's not too bad, actually. We got 3 carriers surviving. And the carriers can heal up Nova's wave as well, if they really want to. Ooh, oh, that was 2 orbital strike beacons there. If a third one landed on that Mutalisk swarm, those Mutalisks would be toast. Oh, jeez. They're going to have to drop a second nuke. He's got the healing adaptation here, because you can see the Mutalisks are starting to heal up. That's bad news, boys. Did they got a beam? Okay, the orbital strike beacons are actually... They're actually helping Karax take care of Mutalisk in the late game. A little bit, not reliably. And it also involves his wave dying, but, you know, none of those things are ideal, but it's better than having a giant flock of Mutalisks murder your base, I suppose. Vegas, okay, the Vegas are diverted here. He's got 4 blazes now. You're gonna need some Marines to counter those blazes, I think. But the Liberators are just way too far back in the zone of safety. Vega's not able to get close enough to them. So these Liberators are just gonna be able to hold the line. At least, like, just create, like, this wall here. Oh, man. I think Bamoose just has to hold back Stetman. If I was Stetman, I would just be slamming Banelings right now. Like, I don't need more Ultralisk. Ultralisk damage, I guess they're, like, tanky and they're consistent, but, like, Banelings is what you need to, like, just finish this Nexus, boys. Laser beam placed right where the Mutalisks are gonna go. Great anticipation on that one. Beautiful. There's only 3 Mutalisks left alive, and now the Ultralisks are not really that hard to take care of when you have that many Liberators. I think I see the comeback. We're coming in, boys. It's coming in. Blaze coming in here. Let's see. Vega automatically drawing aggro. I think Tychus needs more Vegas. Blaze doesn't take enough aggro from the Liberators. He needs more Vegas, honestly. Because, like, Blaze is like, yeah, you know, he's good front line, but, like, the Liberators just ignore him. Because they can't, like, he can't shoot the Liberators, and the Liberators are like, alright, well, I'm going to focus on something more high priority. Ooh, big explosions here. We got some Banelings coming in from Stetman. I see a few. That's not enough, though. I would not approve. I need more. I want all these Zerglings as Banelings. Just turn them all into Banelings, and then we'll be good. That Colossus here just falling to shambles. Look at that death animation. Alright. Boom, boom. Liberators, you gotta control these Mutalisks here. Okay. That's all the Mutalisks. Kerrigan needs more Hydras, I think. The Hydras can shoot at the Liberators while the Liberators are trying to control the Mutalisk, and hopefully that'll make a dent. Mirage is going to pick them up here. Lurkers are just going to get shredded. Oh, baby. We're gonna be zooming in here. There we go. Bam, bam. You know, I kind of want to try some Lurkers this week on Kerrigan. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I don't give Lurkers enough credit. But like, the idea is, like, you have, like, a wall of Lurkers, things run at them, and, like, they all get shredded, but usually that's not what happens. Usually something with too much health runs at the Lurkers, and the Lurkers are like, wait, stop. Wait, stop. Carriers here taking out some of the Mecha Corruptors. Little orbital strike beacon coming over here. Okay. I think Carriers are a great choice here. And they're dropping the orbital strike, and they stack pretty nicely. They heal each other, heal allies. I haven't seen many shields coming. Oh, that's a nuke, boys, coming out from the enemy team. That's gonna be bad news, because this wave here has nothing to really hold back the Mutalisk. And so the enemy team's like, alright, we gotta try and end this game, boys. It's not getting fun anymore. It's like in the anime, you know, when the villain starts winning, and the heroes are like, oh man, we better end this fight, or else, you know, it's over, boys. We're gonna get knocked. Boom. I killed the mutas with that orbital. Oh, the orbital blast got to me. I literally looked at my phone for half a second there. And I missed it, boys. I missed it, boys. But you know what? You guys saw it, so that's okay. Another nuke coming in. They are desperate to push in here. He's got some seriouses coming in here. I would just keep buying Vegas, man. Just keep buying Vegas. They dropped 2 nukes, so they're trying to close this game out. I think Tychus realizes that the Liberators eventually will win. I think. I don't know. They still have 1 more nuke, I think. Okay, well, I'm gonna pay attention here because Kerrigan's like eventually gonna lose to AoE. Like that's just the law of Kerrigan, you know. Eventually, the AoE is gonna catch up to you, and it's over. That's why I don't like Kerrigan. Like I mean, like if I were to compare Kerrigan and Zagara, who both have a really similar playstyle, you know, just spam lots of guys and like overrun your opponents. I prefer Zagara because Zagara at least packs AoE of her own, like super effective AoE of her own, you know. And then so it's like, yeah, okay, maybe the AoE is gonna murder me, but you're also gonna die with me. Hydralisk here just gonna get offed, and there's a lot of lurkers coming in, but lurkers don't stand a chance against Liberators. This guy needs more Vegas. Tychus needs to buy, if he didn't have Sirius's, like he had like Vegas instead, I think it should be fine. Like he just needs the Vegas to steal everything. Blaze can tank most of the Annihilators really well, but yeah. Damn. Does he have hammer munitions? Hammer munitions would be great against Bamoose here. Okay, the large swarm of Zerglings coming forward here. They're only going to take reduced damage, so they're gonna be alive forever. Stetman's wave can get really tough to kill, but can it kill the enemy Liberators fast enough? I don't think so. We got a large army of Marauders and Hellbats just going forward. They'll do some damage. Probably just gonna get wiped out though. Those 2 Liberators here chunk those Mutalisks here. Let's watch here, boys. Are we gonna get the orbital strike coming in? Boom, boom. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, 2 more orbital strikes. Okay, another one. The orbital strikes are actually helping Karax beat Mutalisks. That's crazy. He just focused on ground units. There's no detection though, so these lurkers are just gonna be chilling. Oh, except unless they do that. Unless they do that, you know. We got some Hallowed decoys coming out here. I suppose that could be okay. I don't know. They do have a lot of health. But yeah, the Liberator swarm here is eventually just gonna murder everything Karax has that does anti-air damage. And the Cavs are great against. They're great against the Liberators if the Liberators get grounded, you know. Does he just have 2-2? Oh, jeez. Okay, he does have hammer munitions. Okay. But Tychus needs more Vegas. But the AoE is coming in. Man, I never thought I'd say this, but Karax has reliable AoE in the late game. You just got to get until like 40 minutes into the game, and your AoE starts coming down. Well, that's not too bad, actually. I mean, it makes Karax a little bit better in the late game. Usually in the late game, Karax struggles with that lack of AoE. He's got great AoE on the ground. He has nothing for air though. Oh, you see here, Vega grounding these Liberators is massive. Because now the guy can buy everything. Like Tychus just needs more Vegas, man. Just more Vegas, more Vegas, more Vegas. I sense we're gonna have to either drop a nuke or a beam or something here. It seems so spicy. Well, you get real antsy about this here. Carriers are starting to do it here. It's just huge swarm of zealots here. Gonna come on in here. Okay, big boom blast coming down here. Boom. Okay. Okay. Tychus's wave essentially unscathed. That's pretty bad news. Hallowed decoys here though. And those like little railgun turns, I guess eventually they're gonna start paying off actually. I guess the Hallowed decoys are really good because it stops Vega from walking forward. Now we're gonna have to see a nuke here, I think. Are we gonna see a nuke here? It's really close. Oh, orbital strike beacon coming down. Oh, nailing those corruptors. Holy. And the carrier fleet just taking the win here. I'm not actually even sure what like aura we got here from Bamoose. I didn't check, but oh, that's a nuke. A little bit slow, but we only have a handful of mutos left there. Holy boys. Oh no, but there's no detection! If there was, it might have been murdered by the stuff, the muta bounce here. Annihilators here sending out their blasts. I mean, we're getting more and more strike weapons here. I think we got like 2 or 3 strike weapons already discovered. Or discovered, like, teched up. Liberators here going to town on Tychus. You can see here, like, Tychus just can't get through the front line fast enough, and the Liberators are just going to go to town on the rest of his line. And that is how Tychus loses. If the game goes on for long enough, Tychus will lose because of that. This beam is going to chunk Super Gary. Not going to really kill him, though. He has a little bit too much health for that. The beam only does 700 damage now to armored targets, but it's going to wound him just enough for us to clean up here. Is there going to be another nuke coming out here? I mean, this is super close, boys. Alright, Kerrigan's Mutalisk wave. Oh, Mutalisk getting smashed by that Orbital Strike Beacon. Boom, boom, boom. Orbital Strike Beacons. Oh my god, hitting the Nexus. Orbital Strike Beacons are like, yo, just hit the Nexus. Forget about the Mutalisk. Colossus are just surrounded on all sides, but the carriers are still going. They're picking off. Oh my god. Is this how it is? This is how it ends, boys. That's a nuke coming in. They're so oh, that nuke was too late. Damn. What a great game, boys. I'm gonna hit a pause here. I want to check out, like, what aura did we get here from Bamoose? That's the Observer. Ooh, where is Bamoose's character? Where is Bamoose's character? He has Force. Okay. Ah, no wonder his Annihilators are running so fast. And then we got Earth from... Oh, Earth is a great pick against Mutalisk here. What do we have here? That's not it. What is this guy? Stetman has Storm. He has Shadow. Really good for Mutalisk. What does Tychus have on his guy? Can I see the Tychus guy? Tychus. What color is he? Rickrolled. There we go. Tychus is POV. What does he have as his dude? I don't know what he has. Did he get attack speed maybe, or cooldown reduction? I can't tell. Okay, well, let's just take over here. Let's look at the stats. Actually, I don't need to take. Oh yeah, I do need to take over. Let's go. I'm gonna take over Bamoose here. See the stats. Let's see. Tychus here doing not that much actually. Stetman doing quite a bit. Bamoose actually doing a huge amounts of damage. I mean, honestly, Karax ground is pretty strong, so not surprised by that. The AoE started kicking in really nicely in the late game here. Wow. All right, well, if you guys enjoyed this Shoutcast Sunday, be sure to leave a like. And as per usual, if you guys have any cool replays, be sure to send them my way if you would like to see them featured. And until next time, I will see you guys later.
The tires. Let's light some fires.
Need a light.
They picked the wrong fight.